Hi guys, I'm Frankie. I go by Frankie on the Beat on Instagram, and I'm here with Woxer and my girl Mia. And I want to show you how we just achieved this like super cool Halloween look. So as you can see, her eyes are super lifted and her lashes are already super long, going in with this RCMA makeup palette. It's really good to just keep like a very natural skin-like finish, which is really big for us at Woxer. You know, we just want to emphasize the model's highlights and, you know, highlight her beautiful features as opposed to like caking anything on her. We're gonna go in with a little bit of eyeshadow base, and I'm gonna have you close. We're gonna go in with a super light hand. Perfect. Now we're getting into the fun stuff. We're gonna do some shadow work.
When did you first get into makeup?
So I started doing makeup like 6 years ago when I turned 18. And I've just been doing it ever since. It's been really cool. I kind of came up in that like, you know, super makeup tutorial based time. And I just got on the trend and I stuck to it. So we're just gonna smoke this out. Literally anybody could do this. I did this in 2 seconds. We just pick up a little bit of product and we're just sliding it right on the eye. And we're following her natural eye shape. And then we'll just add a couple more layers to darken it up a bit, make it spooky. I know black can be a little scary, so if you are a little scared but still want to try something like this, I would suggest putting a little tape right under, and it'll just save you a lot of trouble as far as cleaning up and, you know, getting that perfectly straight line. But
for someone that's just getting into makeup, do you recommend that they try more with themselves or that they practice on other people?
Honestly, I would say start with yourself. I would say get the technicalities of it down, like understanding where you're supposed to place things and what kind of like eye shape goes with, you know, certain looks, because not everybody can wear, you know, the same look. I've used one color and the same brush this entire time. So it's really accessible to anyone. We don't need a lot of crazy things to get these looks in. Just gonna go in with a little bit of like a dark cool tone gray. And we're just gonna go right back over this black, smoke it out even more. So I've just smoked out the bottom of her eyeliner, and I'm just gonna go right here into the bridge of her nose. And I'm just gonna follow it through and just gonna give her like a cool tone contour, like a little bit of a skeleton vibe, you know? And we're just gonna shadow these natural parts of her eye. So as you can see, we're creating shadows. We're just darkening up the shadows that she already has to create kind of like a more hollowed out effect. And now we're gonna highlight a little bit. You don't always have to just go in and like put all the product on. You can just, you know, feel free to tap out as much as you want. And then we can go in close. And we're just gonna go right on that lid and tap it in. Let's see, look back this way. Perfect. Now we're gonna go in with my tried and true. This is the Inglot 77. I use this for everything, eyeliner base to fill in like little beauty marks. I use it for lip liner sometimes. This is just like a makeup staple, and I would recommend having it in your kit. So we're just gonna put a little bit of this Duraline in it. And we're gonna wet this product up. We're gonna do some real badass liner right now. Just wipe off as much as you need. Take a little bit to me, head down, eyes down. Perfect. And I'm just gonna keep her eyes open and follow the natural, you know, just shape of her eye. So that when she opens, it's already kind of naturally there. We don't have to guess, you know? Sometimes when you have your model close your eyes, it will completely change the shape of the liner. So even if you don't have the most stable hand, don't let that, you know, prevent you from trying a really cool makeup look. Like, there's always ways to clean it up. That took literally like 3 seconds. And if you would have had that tape right under her eye, you could have just skipped this whole step, but there you go, it looks super clean. I'm just moisturizing under her eye because we did clean it up a little bit with micellar water. So you want to make sure you go back in and you hydrate, and you know, you don't want to miss any steps. So we're just making sure her skin is nice and hydrated, moist, and that product will go on super smooth. Okay, so now we're gonna go in. This part is a little trickier because we're going on the inside of her eye. So if your client has like sensitive eyes or, you know, drank too much coffee in the morning, it's a little hard, but we're gonna get through it. So we're gonna have her look down and then we're gonna look towards this way. Perfect. I'm gonna go right in here in her inner corner. I'm kind of creating a different eye shape with this. So we're gonna go back and clean it up, but if you can see, I kind of made her eye a little longer on the inside, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. And so we did the liner with a cream product. So what I like to do with everything, if I'm putting a cream, I put a powder over it. So we're gonna go in with a black powder, tiny little eyeliner brush, and we're just gonna set that liner in place. So same thing, look down this way. Okay, now we're gonna get a little fun with it. We're gonna add little black gems on the eyeliner. So what I do with this is I just use, this is my favorite eyeshadow glue. It's a duo quick set, so I feel like I'm always in a rush and it quickly sets. So I go back in with one of these. I'm telling you, these are my favorite. I just pick some up on the end, and then I'm gonna choose, sorry about that. I'm gonna choose where I'm putting these gems. So I'm just gonna do little dots along her liner. Okay, so this is what we've done so far with the gems. We just kind of followed the eyeliner line, like the fake kind of liner line that we made for her. And we're just gonna do the same thing on this side. Honestly, I'm not too picky about what lashes I go for. I try to just cut them up and make them fit to the model's eyes. So we're gonna start right here. And we're just gonna pop it in. Bam. And we're just gonna follow that through the rest of her under eye. So as you can see, we got like this kind of creepy lash, like spider effect going on.
Are they under, so they're under my lashes?
So they're under, yeah, they're under everything. We're going back into shadows now. So we're gonna go with this super cool tone gray, wipe it off. I always end up having a lot more makeup on my hand than you do on your face. So, so you're gonna look up, and we're just gonna accentuate this little fake like water line that we've made here. Now, this is the look so far. We're gonna go in, add some top lashes, and then we'll move on to the face. You always wanna measure the lash to your client's eye because you don't want them to be uncomfortable with a lash poking them or whatever. Yeah, so you're just gonna look down as much as possible. Just gonna place this in. Okay, perfect. Just gonna go in. For this look, instead of cutting the end of the lash, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the beginning because we want it to be as dramatic as possible. So we're gonna keep the length. Make sure it's nice and tacky. What I like to do is just pinch the ends together. You see that little, and then, you know, we're good to go. So you're gonna look down, perfect. Just gonna place right on the lash line. And if it's tacky enough, it'll be like a 2-second process. And that's it.
Have you worn Woxer before?
I do wear Woxer. I love it. I wear it mainly to go to bed because it's like the most comfortable underwear I've ever owned. But yeah, I do wear it a lot. Do you?
No, this is my first time. I got it for a birthday present for my sister a little while ago, and she was like obsessed. So I was super excited to finally be able to try it on, and especially with like the limited edition, I think that's so cool, and having access to something that subscribers will only have. Pretty sick.
Okay, now let's get into the face. We'll come back to the eyes when we want to add more stuff, but I really don't have a system for this. I just like to jump. I'm gonna take the end part of my little cotton swab, and that's how I'm going to pick out my foundations. Keep it sanitary, keep it cute. So we're just contouring here, darkening up a bit. And for this, you just kind of want to follow the natural shape of your model's face, unless you're doing something very specific. But I think for this, we want to keep it, you know, real to you, true to you, and just add some really cool elements to it. I personally never skip a nose contour because I feel like it just snatches up the face. So this way. And then with this like nose contour, I just like to follow into the structure of the brow bone just to have like a seamless blend and it looks like it's all kind of coming together. You know, at the end of the day, it's all like a marriage on the face. I think it should all be very symmetrical and synchronized. My goal for this look is to keep it simple, but try to incorporate as many elements as I can while keeping it harmonious. So the gems, the big lashes, the super, you know, the dark eye. We're gonna be adding some fake piercings to her. So adding these very dramatic elements, but keeping it harmonious and a little elegant. That's where I'm going with this. So going back in, now we're gonna do a little bit of highlighting on the face. Might go a little lighter than usual, just because we want to have a little bit like of a ghostly vibe to it. So we're going light here. Okay, perfect. So we just got the bronzer on, we got some concealer on, and now we're just gonna blend it together, make it seamless. She's looking like $1 million. I love it. And honestly, if my client doesn't need it, I don't add additional foundation. What I'll do is after I blend the bronzer and concealer together, I feel like it makes the perfect shade. So I'll just kind of go in and tap the skin, but I'm not putting any layers on that we don't need to put on. It's Halloween and we're out all night and we don't need our faces melting off in the middle of the dance floor or wherever it is that you choose to go. This is one of my favorite parts of doing the makeup, is just setting it all in place and hiding all those pores. All right, so we're just going back in, smoothing everything out. And then I'm gonna have you look up. Look up, and we're just gonna set. I love using these little powder puffs. You can find these for very cheap too, and they are like an industry secret. They just give such a seamless look without having to bake and add too much product, you know. And I suggest pushing the product into your face as opposed to like rubbing it in, just so you can keep everything exactly where you want it to be. And then once you've, you know, pushed it enough, you can create your little lines, parts of the face that you really want to bring forward. So it would be the under eye, right here on the chin, you know, this part of the forehead, the center, middle of the nose. So kind of just the center of the face. We've already, you know, created the shadows, and now we're just bringing out what we really want to see here. So we're just tapping in, go like this. And now we're just gonna get into these little smile lines right here. Same thing on the other side, perfect. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the bronze parts. So we're gonna go over with a powder, either or, drugstore, fancy, doesn't matter. And just press everything into the face. Okay, adding a little blush. And now we're gonna go in and do some fake piercings on her. So I was thinking we could start off with this one, like this bridge piercing. So we're gonna do the same technique that we used for the jewels. I'm gonna grab my eyelash glue and we're just gonna stick these right on. This is another low commitment way to look edgy or cool, or have, you know, a really cool addition to your Halloween costume. Just make sure they're symmetrical. I personally use the nose contour that I did, but if they're not, you can always go back, take them out, and try as many times as you want. But I think it looks super cool, and I think it added an element of like edginess. So we're just gonna go in, add a couple more face piercings. Okay, look toward the camera. Super sick. All right, now we're going in with lip liner. I'm just gonna go in, fade out a little bit of this black on my hand, and then we'll just build it up because black is scary. You know, using these products can be a little intimidating, so we're just gonna take it slow. So we did apply some chapstick earlier, just so when we put this on, there's no cracks, we don't have to go back. So we're gonna start right here at the top. And we're just gonna follow her natural lip line. We're not really overlining today. Starting right at the center and just pulling out. Define it a little more at the ends for this specific lip, and then we're kind of gonna blur the center. Down and out, kind of make this like a little point in the center of her lips just to define the shape. And right here in the center, we're gonna go up a little bit. and fade out. I'm gonna go in with this liner brush. Just keep it really thin right here at the ends. Okay, now we're gonna go in with some gloss. MAC lip gloss is kind of just like the best basic gloss. I also use it on eyeshadows for photo shoots. I'm just gonna lay it right over. And for this application, I'm just kind of patting the gloss as opposed to like rubbing it all over her lips because I don't want the black to move. We kind of strategically placed it there, so I want to keep it there. So we're just patting it in, picking up as much product as we need. I feel like even if I don't need to clean, I will still do it just to get that super defined look. So we're gonna go in with the super white pigment, the glitter, press it out, and then I'm gonna have you look up. We're gonna press it right into this like fake eye space that we've created. I'm gonna go in, since this is, you know, we're basing it off of this like super cool skull set. I'm gonna go in with this like super cool tone shade, and I'm gonna define her contour even more. So we're gonna try to make like these hollowed out cheekbones real quick. It can be very light. I'm wiping off most of the product and I'm just following her line right here. We're just hollowing out this cheekbone. Hollowing out these shadow areas. It's gonna give us that like skull effect. Back into these brows. I'm really not gonna do much to the brows because I feel like skulls don't have brows. And I think, you know, I think the look is enough without it. So we're gonna add a little mascara and then we're pretty much done. In order for me not to mess up the eyeshadow, I like to use this. Just kind of grips it and it's really quickly just mesh the fake lash and the real lash together. I have these little rings. You just like stick them in your nose. Just have this, yeah, that part goes inside. Inside? Yes, I can give you like a little mirror to reference.
You can do left to right. Wow.
You can do both.
That's crazy.
We can do both sides and then just squeeze it in if you can. I don't know if you need to, but good?
Well, yeah. It'll hang a little loose.
For now. We can put another one in. Good to go?
Yes.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, so this is pretty much our completed Halloween look for Mia today. I really like how we changed the shape of her eye. I love the piercings on her. I'm like, you should probably get some piercings after this. They look really good on you. And yeah, thank you for being here with me and allowing me to play with your face. It's been really fun.
Anytime. Yeah, this was awesome.
Thank you guys for sticking around and watching us create this super cool editorial Halloween look. Like I said before, it is for subscribers only, so make sure you get on Woxer.com, subscribe, and make sure you snag your set because limited time.